Hey everyone, I'm Bianca Chatfield, a former Australian netballer. I've played for many years, 17 years all up with the Melbourne Vixens and the Australian Diamonds. And off the court, since I've retired, I have gone on The Block, a TV reality show with my best mate, Carla Dewocki. And we did that in 2018. And I now work in the media and the leadership space as well. So I love connecting with people. I love talking with people. I love learning from people. So I feel very fortunate that I've got to forge a career down that path. Another thing I feel very fortunate about is talking to you today about the kindness curriculum. The topic and the activity that I'm going to focus on is the lab decoy. Now, I want you to watch it more than once. I've watched it several times and I really relate to it as an athlete because I've always felt as a female athlete, people have either labeled or judged me because simply what I do for a job. Let me give you an example because I want to talk to you about perspective. That's what we're going to learn in this activity, is about perspective, and that we all have different perspectives. As an athlete, I would spend all of my week trying to be that positive influence on my team. I love team sport. I love that if I was having a bad day, someone else would lift me up. If someone else is having a bad day, I encourage them, get them feeling good again. I really prided myself on knowing people and being able to do that in a team environment. Yet, I played a defensive position. So I was goal defense. I was often, when I stepped on that court, I had that white line fever that a lot of us get. I was really competitive. I knew I had to be aggressive. I knew I had to do anything to get that ball. And often when I was doing that, I'd be pulling faces like this. And whenever people would watch on TV, that's what they would see, would be my angry face. And quite often when people would meet me in person, their perspective of me was that I was that person that was on the court, that I was that person that was, angry and negative and not encouraging to my teammates because I was too focused on everything else. They didn't see what I did all week at all. And so what I want you to understand from that story is that when people would say, oh, you're so angry and negative, you're so much nicer when I actually meet you. That was their perspective, and that is okay because they didn't know me from being at training all week. They only knew me from watching me play that game. Another interesting lesson that I think I've had on perspective is that when we did do the TV show The Block, we went on there as just everyday contestants, 2 girls, no trade experience, very little Reno experience. And so everyone's perspective on 2 girls forming a team together was that we couldn't possibly handle the pressure. How would we know what we're doing? Most trades are men. How are the girls going to be able to handle it? How are the girls going to be able to cope with that stress and pressure? And that was one of my favorite things that we got to do because by the end of that show, we were so proud of the apartment we built. Yes, it was tough, but we changed people's perceptions of us. So their perspective was no longer girls can't do it. Their perspective was, oh wow, those girls showed us how to do it. And so when you're doing this activity, keep perspective in your front of mind because perspective is simply just your opinion. It's your attitude to what you actually see. It's your attitude to what you hear. It's yours. It's unique to you. But it's really important that we remember that. So that when you do that activity, what helps us build really strong and healthy relationships with each other is just to understand that. Is that your opinion, your perception, your perspective on something might be very different to mine. That is okay. It's okay that we both have 2 different perspectives because what I need to do to try and understand this as mine to you, I need to ask you questions. I need to talk to you. I need to communicate with you. I need to work out why your perspective is like that and understand that that is just totally fine. So I hope you enjoy the activity. I hope you enjoy the whole kindness curriculum. I really look forward to hearing how you go. And remember, it's not just important while you're a young person and doing this. This is important lessons that you're going to learn and use throughout the rest of your life. Enjoy.